Okay, once we have our table ready, let's go back to ChatGPT. And first thing is we need to ask ChatGPT to read that table. So I'm giving a very specific command to ChatGPT, a prompt that will allow ChatGPT to read and save my data within ChatGPT memory. So uh, I'm just giving this command, read the. So the prompt is read the table provided. Resilience and write done when finished reading. Please make sure you write done within the quotation, so it will give you very specific results. Okay. So let's just copy and paste that table and just wait for. Okay. Now you can see now ChatGPT return the prompt which I asked done. So it means that this data is saved within the ChatGPT memory now. Now we can ask any sort of question, any question which can help us to understand our data better, or to analyze, or to provide us any specific information, any relevant information we need. So we are working within the themes now. So let's go back to the prompt engineering thing, and let's try to find out what exactly we need here. What kind of prompt, based on the 4C formula, what kind of prompt we need here. So let's go back to prompt engineering. So this is prompt engineering. The first one, talking about lower order thinking, we have defined, recall, list, recognize, name, repeat, identify, label. And then we have understanding, explain, summarize, describe, interpret, paraphrase, discuss, and distinguish. Now, depending on your choice. So first I want to interpret that table, and then we'll go with the analysis. So it's not one prompt action only. So we need to write a few prompts to get our results. So let's just work on this, or maybe let's just try to find out what ChatGPT will be giving us based on this prompt. Can you summarize the key argument from different authors? Copy this, and now we have just to make it clear that we are working within this theme. So I'm just making it bold so you can use this later on. So can you summarize the key argument from the different authors about the impact of blockchain adoption on supply chain? So based on the 4C formula, this is the prompt I believe will serve us in a better way. So let's just try to use this prompt on ChatGPT and see what results we receive. Okay. Now you can see ChatGPT have provided all the details of different authors or different researchers who have discussed about the. Let's try another prompt which may be giving us some more details. So rather than summarize, let's try to compare Okay, I'm just asking ChatGPT to compare the finding of all these different studies. So let's see. Now you can see that it's giving us a little bit more detailed but different answer. So now you can see that it gives us the information, blockchain's roles in risk mitigation, right? security and transparency enhancement, and efficiency and adaptability improvement, traceability and tracking enhancement, and perceived usefulness and limitation acknowledgement. So all these are different aspects of our supply chain, uh, blockchain adoption on supply chain resilience. So I'm just copying this information and I pasted this information here. Now I have some idea of the research articles which are talking about these roles of blockchain technology adoption in enhancing supply chain resilience. So this is the first step, which tells me about the main idea of the research, which tells us the different aspects of the blockchain technology adoption, supply chain resilience. Okay, so let's go back here. This information, let's try to read this. Uh, Sarah article 2023 and Jacob, all these both emphasizes the role of blockchain in mitigating the supply chain risk in mitigating the risk in supply chain. They highlighted how blockchain technology can reduce the propagation of disruptions, enhance network recovery time, and minimize overall costs, thereby the controlling. Okay, so all these are different findings from different authors. Now let's move one step ahead. Now I want to look at the limitations. Let's see what the results are providing us. So these are some of the limitations on the literature. So you can easily use this. The study employed a bibliometric analysis methodology relying on solely on the Scopus database. This approach might have excluded relevant article from other sources or potentially. So this is another methodological limitation. Although the conducted literature review, the analysis, the scope, this is also methodological. The study does not outline the specific limitation they encounter, in which they have included the restriction of scope of their analysis and possibility for the consider practically challenging. So, okay, now what I do understand here is from methodology point of view, from outcome point of view, there are some limitations on the existing body of knowledge. So, now this is for limitations. So I have extracted some limitations from the existing body of knowledge as well. And now I'm just trying to get some more information around the limitation and the gaps in the existing body of knowledge. So let's ask Now I'm asking for the gaps because we are already aware what type of research has been done already, what are the summary of the research based on the table, what are the limitations based on the table provided. Now, let's talk about what are the challenges or the gaps in the existing body of knowledge. So when you ask this thing, obviously, the ChatGPT will give you result based on the studies which are being available in this table. So let's see what's the result. Now, comprehensive case studies. I believe there are not many case studies available on that. Then long-term impact assessment was not being conducted. Research from interdisciplinary perspective is also limited. Practical implementation is challenges. While some studies briefly touch upon the challenges of implementing blockchain in supply chain, there is a need to more detailed exploration of the practical barriers and the limitations. Obviously, that's a really important part of it. And ethical and privacy concern about the blockchain technologies adoption in this. So this is relevant and important gap. So I have extracted information from ChatGPT based on three important features. The first one is about the summary of the findings which have been discussed in the table. Then I ask for the limitation, and then I ask for the gaps. So these are important patterns through which we can understand what work has been done, what are the limitations on existing body of knowledge, and what are the gaps in the literature. But you can see that there are the information which we are using here is not linked with any references. So I can ask ChatGPT, so I'm just asking it to provide gaps, but also provide in-text citation based on the research which we just studied. So this is how, this is how we can ask ChatGPT to write, but at the same time cite from the existing table. So that's how we work. That's how we work with the ChatGPT and include the citations as well. So you can ask ChatGPT to write any sort of citations, because here I was clear about the citations because it's depending on the author. The previous one also was clear because the references were given. But in the final stage, when we ask about the gaps, there were no citations available in that. So that's why I asked ChatGPT to add those authors or citation. Now I have all the data available which is required to write within the themes. Now, the idea, let me just conclude, the way we work on this theme is we started with the studies available. We use elicit.com to create these tables from those research articles. And then once we have those tables or those studies available within that table form, we exported that table and asked ChatGPT to interpret and ask a few questions. But these questions were based on this 4C formula, which we have already learned from prompt engineering. So first I ask for summarizing or discussion about the studies available in the table. I can just ask ChatGPT to summarize the findings from the table. Then I ask ChatGPT to provide me limitations on the existing body of knowledge, and then we discuss about the gaps in the literature. So first thing is about the strength. So what are the strength and what work have been done? Then we are talking about the limitation, and then we are talking about the gaps. This is how we work within the themes now. Now, if you have 6 or 7 different themes, you need to work in the same way for each theme and collect all the information and copy paste that information within your Excel sheet, within your Word file. So once we are prepared for, once we have all the information within the theme or within the within each theme, based on the summary, a discussion about the finding, which is telling us what work has been done, the limitation on existing body of knowledge, and the gaps in the literature, we will be ready for writing a whole research article. So just copy this information, and in the next video, I'll be telling you how we can write a conclusion and the whole research article based on the information we already have from here. Thank you very much.